Oh. What is up, ladies, gentlemen, and bodybuilding sporting enthusiasts? I just got back from training legs and I'm a mess. So apologies for that. I I went to a store just to pick up some deodorant and stuff like that, and it was on the bottom shelf, and I squatted down to get it, and then I was like to stand back up. It was kind of embarrassing. I mean, in hindsight, probably should have chosen a different day to go to the store because I'm sure some people were very scared. So, multivitamin shake going in. I've just had some post-workout carbs. Today, I wanted to talk about pump formulas in general as a supplement, and in particular, the pump formula I've been using, Gamma Ray by Dynamik Muscle, which is Kai Green's company. I'm starting off by saying this is a completely unbiased review. I haven't been asked to do this. I bought this product, I tried it, and now I'm telling you guys what I think of it. I guess one hint is that I have 2 tubs of this thing, so you can kind of see where this review is going. First off, do you need a pump formula? So pre-workouts, I've said before, I don't like stimulant-based pre-workouts, where it's just like, you look at the ingredients and it's essentially caffeine, and some other stuff that affects the adrenal system and heart rate and caffeine. They're basically, it's like mild crystal meth, and that's not good. Because over time, you experience something called adrenal fatigue, which means that your body gradually adapts to the stimulants that you're putting into it, and so it requires more of a hit every time you take the pre-workout. And this is where you get people like double scooping a really potent pre-workout and then also having like Monster energy drinks throughout the day and like Pepsi and fat burners in the morning. Like before you know it, they're like eating grams of caffeine, like Smarties, like popping pills like Smarties. It's just bad news. So I don't like stimulant-based pre-workouts by and large. Sometimes I will work them in, but I always cycle them out and do an adrenal reset protocol using phosphatidylserine. But that's for another video. Today I want to talk about pump formulas. Should you take them? Do they work? So basically, the ingredients in pretty much all pump formulas are trying to boost blood flow, so cause vasodilation, and boost nitric oxide levels, which is what arginine does, the amino acid arginine. Pretty much, like most of the ingredients you're going to find in a pump formula are to either cause that nitric oxide boost itself or act synergistically with other compounds like arginine to further volumize a muscle with blood. So there's no direct link that's ever been shown scientifically between hypertrophy, muscle growth, and the pump. However, we know that volumizing a muscle with blood, stretching the fascia tissue, supplying it with the nutrients it requires, and working the muscle through a greater rep range than like 1 to 8 and causing a pump has benefits that indirectly, like I said, nutrient delivery and blood volumization indirectly lead to hypertrophy and growth. For example, a pump has been shown to boost growth hormone and testosterone and other anabolic hormones. So by and large, it is good to get a pump in the gym. So we've established that. A pump is a good thing. So do you need a supplement to help you get a pump? No, you don't. You can get a pump without a supplement. However, can you enhance the effects of a pump by taking one? Absolutely. Like I said, arginine is one of those really basic supplements that pretty much any stack that I design for a client who's serious about their training, or for myself, I'll use either arginine or arginine alpha ketoglutarate, both of which are essentially nitric oxide boosters. So before I train, it's going to help with vasodilation, make sure that my blood vessels can open up as much as possible and I can flood the muscle that I'm training with blood. It's also good for endurance, and people who have seen me train know that I train with a hell of a lot of volume, set, and for loads of reps as well. So it's a really beneficial supplement to be taking if you're at that kind of intermediate advanced stage of bodybuilding in particular, where you've got your intensity nailed down and you're increasing the volume at which you're training. So a pump is a good thing. Gamma Ray is a product from Dynamik Muscle with 4 ingredients, and this is one thing that I like about it straight off the bat, is the ingredients, I know what each one of them are, and it's not like bizarre chemicals. They're all things that you can go and Google around yourself to check why they might work synergistically in a product of this kind. I have taken other pump formulas, MTS Vasky, a couple of other, my own personal ones. Like I used to make my own pump formula essentially, where I'd take arginine or arginine alpha ketoglutarate with citrulline malate and beta alanine, and that would be like my non-stim pre-workout. There's actually a video which I'll link up there, which is my non-stim pre-workout that I mix up myself. That's actually kind of a good base for what Gamma Ray is. So 4 ingredients, we have L-citrulline in a 2:1 ratio, Hydromax glycerol, agmatine sulfate, and epicatechins, which are a compound found in cocoa or dark chocolate. Interestingly, no, you can't just eat chocolate, soz. So, starting off with L-citrulline, probably the most backed up compound for a pre-workout apart from caffeine. It does a couple of things. It reduces fatigue and increases endurance, so you can train longer and harder. And it also boosts ornithine and arginine blood plasma content. And if your arginine in particular and ornithine goes up, blood volumization increases. So it essentially helps with vasodilation and causes a pump, which is the whole point of these products. So that's a good inclusion. Hydromax glycerol is actually a fairly new one to the market. It delays dehydration and increases exercise efficiency. So if you take glycerol, again, you're going to be able to train longer and harder. And it also works synergistically with carbohydrates that you've had either pre or intra-workout to increase intramuscular volume, i.e. again, force a pump. Agmatine sulfate is in its infancy of research. Preliminary research shows that it might be involved in the nitric oxide boosting pathways that arginine causes. Another interesting study showed that it might reduce the perception of pain, and it was actually being used in medical studies for reducing pain from people undergoing surgeries and things like that. So again, if you're reducing the amount of pain that you're feeling, you're damn right that's going to help you get an extra rep or two. That's my 2 cents. It's like, it's one study, but I think it's a nice inclusion. It's promising. The inclusion of epicatechins is a really interesting one. There was a study that was done, I mean, it's either, I say this year, it's 2016 now, I think it was last year, that showed this compound found in chocolate might, to some degree, inhibit myostatin, which, if you've watched a couple of my other videos, you'll know is essentially a compound in the body that inhibits muscle growth. It stops you looking like this cow. Myostatin stops muscle growth. It pulls it back so you don't just uncontrollably grow muscle. And early studies have shown that it might, again, it's not 100%, we need double-blind placebo-based studies, but it might prevent myostatin and so boost hypertrophy. So that's the interesting part of the epicatechins, but there's also a ton of evidence that shows that it's really, really good for blood flow. There's a very reliable way of measuring blood flow, which is flow-mediated vasodilation, and that increased by, give or take, 2%, depending on which study you look at, just by taking epicatechins. So again, all of those ingredients synergistically together should make a serious impact on the amount of blood volume that you're able to pump into the muscle group that you're training. So, science out the way. Those 4 ingredients, for the purpose of causing a pump without introducing stimulants, is brilliant. Anecdotal evidence now, my personal experience with it. I love this product. This is my favourite pump formula I've used, even over and above the one that I was dosing up myself. I think it's because the thing that mine was missing was glycerol and agmatine sulfate. Those together, the research on agmatine is, like I said, in its infancy, but I get an insane pump from this product. Legs for me are difficult to feel a pump in. You know, they'll hurt and I won't be able to stand up, but feeling a pump in them is rare. And the first time I really felt like a skin splitting, like, oh my God, my quads are going to explode pump is, I think it was like the first or second workout I took this. I did leg extension for like 20 reps and then supersetted that with 20 reps of walking lunges. So I was just leg extension, jumped down, did some walking lunges, and I felt like my quads were going to explode. And for muscles where it is easy to get a pump, like chest and shoulders and biceps and things like that, I notice a huge difference. I mean, you just have to go on my Instagram for the past couple of weeks that I've been taking this, and I'm just like, when I'm in the gym. It's the pump, and this really, really helps with it. You find you get a couple of sets into a workout, and you get a pump much faster, and you sustain it, you hold that pump for a lot longer. It comes in 2 flavors. We have Melon Massacre and Radioactive Blue Raspberry. I have never had a blue raspberry that I like. I've tried a couple of blue raspberry flavoured things and I avoid it like the plague, mainly because there's no such thing as a blue raspberry. Like, what on earth is that? However, I actually prefer the blue raspberry flavour to the melon flavour. Both of them you need to dilute quite a bit because it's quite an intense flavour, I find. It also stacks well if you do want to do a stimulant pre-workout. Both of these mix really well with like I've got Pina Colada Savage Raw, which is the pre-workout Dynamik Muscle cells and stimulant based one. The flavours pair really well. So it's tasty and it's effective. And it's also affordable for what you're getting. I mean, glycerol is quite expensive. Citrulline's fairly cheap. And then, agmatin and epicatechins, if you were to buy all of that stuff separately, it would taste like arse trying to drink it, but also you wouldn't be paying much less than you would in this product. So, double thumbs up. Would I recommend it for beginners? Not really. I think if you're just starting out, make sure your nutrition is on point and your training is on point before you start thinking about supplements to do with like helping a pump, helping your joints, helping to sleep. What I would call accessory goals to bodybuilding. Sort that stuff out first. But if you would call intermediate to advanced trainer, you've been training, like at least a year, and you're looking for that next level, that edge. I think a pump formula is a great way to go. Like I said, it's going to help you boost your endurance and it's going to maximize the efficiency of your workouts. I really love the stuff, and it's one of those supplements that, rarely it's difficult to take something and then know for a fact, or feel it working or know that it's having an effect. And for me, this is one thing that I can be working out and I can tell you instantly whether I've taken Gamma Ray or not. A, by how I look, because I'm like, and B, because I can feel it. It's my endurance is better. Particularly for stuff like legs, I can just keep going. Recently I've been supersetting a lot, so I just, rather than resting on leg day, I'm just boom, one exercise, boom, boom, boom. Calf raise on the leg press to seated calf raise, and then I'll do hack squat to sissy squat, front squat to Jefferson squat, just boom, 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 and pump I get is insane when I'm on this stuff. So I'd recommend giving it a try. If you do want to go for, if you're interested in a pump product but you're not sure about investing in a full dedicated one, I think choosing a product that has citrulline malate is a good idea. That's like the number one kind of ingredient that I would include. But the synergistic effect that you get with these 4 ingredients is out of this world, and it tastes nice. So kind of, in my opinion, why wouldn't you give it a shot? So I've been asked to do a couple of supplement reviews. So I thought I'd go for one that I really do like. If this is useful, then I can do more, because I'm quite a supplement nerd. I spend a lot of time procrastinating by reading the studies on new sups and stuff and trying them out myself. So let me know whether this was useful in the comments section below. Have a good day. I need to shower, but I need to go train some clients, so I think they're going to have to put up with me smelling a little bit bad. It's cool. When I went to the shops and I was struggling to bend down and pick up deodorant, I did get the deodorant, so I'm going to have to use that. Catch you next time. Also, why is the hood bin up? That's why. Right there. Look at that. Oh, gnarly hair.